I've picked this question because this is a great opportunity to do a video on how you can get things so wrong as a property investor or an entrepreneurial property investor. Because even though if you do everything wrong in a refurb, you can pretty much ride the wave and get your money back because the market will eventually recover and rise. But one of the few ways you can tie yourself up in knots is buying a property when you do not understand. And this question about tenants' rights in a property which is already tenanted, long-standing tenant, would I advise against buying it? And I don't know the circumstances of this, but I have bought properties with long-term tenants in them, protected tenancies. And I can tell you right now, I have bought them significantly below market value, probably 30% of the total value. And I have then spent years trying to get the tenant out through money, through offering them better properties. And in the end, the tenant died. And when she died, and the tenancy could be passed down to her daughter, I was able to do a deal for significantly less for her to go, and I was then able to take that property forward. It's not for the faint-hearted. And if you don't have the cash flow to sustain buying a property for cash or for a very expensive bridging loan, then you are going to get yourself into very tricky waters. And I don't care if the property value is so cheap, like 50, 60 grand. You are brand new to property and you don't have the weight behind you to sustain the cash flow or to pay tens of thousands of pounds to get someone out of a property. You could find yourself buying a property at something like auction, because these won't sell through the normal chain of market, not being able to get a loan, so you lose your deposit because you're unable to complete. But if you do find that you are able to complete, but you can't sustain this for years to come, you'll end up selling it very, very quickly, desperately, to someone like me for a significant discount. So it's not for the faint-hearted. I always advise to buy a property vacant possession, even when you buy something which is not a protected tenancy, like I've done recently, which is significantly below market value. And I've offered the tenant free rent to move into a brand new refurbished property. They still can turn you down, which makes my plans completely having to be rethought. And in the end, it's going to cost me more money.